Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. CM Punk shouldn't win the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event, according to a veteran. The voice of the voiceless became the #1 contender a couple of weeks ago, after beating Jey Uso and LA Knight in a triple threat match. However, following a real-life injury to Seth Rollins, the title was vacated, and a battle royal was held this week to determine who will face Punk for the championship. Jey Uso emerged as the winner, setting the stage for a showdown with CM Punk at Saturday night's main event for the world title on November 1st. While the Second City Saint will enter the match as a favorite, veteran wrestling personality Scott D'Amore believes he shouldn't win the title. In his D'Amore drop column on Uncrowned, the former TNA head of creative said that Punk beating Jey to become champion at Saturday night's main event won't be the right call. D'Amore also said that a heel Jey Uso winning the title will be much better, as it would give him a new direction rather than going back to team up with Jimmy Uso. CM Punk briefly became the world champion at SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, CM Punk took on Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. After a hard-hitting battle that left the ring general with a bloodied nose, Punk prevailed to win his first WWE World title since 2013. However, his joy was short-lived as Seth Rollins came out to cash in his Money in the Bank contract to the surprise of everyone. Rollins was reportedly injured, but it turned out to be a work. The Visionary managed to beat the newly crowned champion and take the world title. Now, it will be interesting to see when Punk gets his hands on the championship gold again. Shergill Malik is a writer at Sportskeeda and covers pro wrestling. He was hooked on the product from the moment he saw the Hardy Boys jumping off ladders during the Attitude Era. While he comes from an engineering background, Shergill's love for pro wrestling and content writing led him to pursue a career in sports journalism. Before assuming his current role at Sportskeeda, Shergill worked at other reputable organizations for 5 years. While writing articles, he ensures that he only relies on credible sources for information and covers relevant subjects that do not project an agenda against a particular person or association. WWE legend Paul Heyman once shared Shergill's work on his social media handle. Shergill's earliest memory of pro wrestling is watching Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker square off for the WWE title in the main event of a pay-per-view in 1998. His favorite wrestlers are Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy. While he admires Orton for his character work as a heel, he looks up to Jeff because of his unique wrestling style and risk-taking ability. If he could go back to the Attitude Era, Shergill would like to manage Ken Shamrock and be his mouthpiece. He feels Shamrock's promo skills prevented him from becoming a main event level act in WWE. Hence, he would like to help the UFC Hall of Famer get over with fans. CM Punk's potential victory at Saturday night's main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship has become one of the most debated topics among fans and industry veterans alike. While many supporters want to see the best in the world reclaim a top spot after years away from WWE, a veteran voice within the wrestling world believes that crowning Punk at this stage would be a critical mistake. The reasoning goes beyond personal dislike, it's about timing, creative direction, and the future of the title itself. According to this veteran's perspective, CM Punk winning the championship now would undermine the progress WWE has been making with its newer stars and long-term storytelling. WWE has been in a renaissance period under Triple H's leadership, where the focus has gradually shifted from nostalgia acts to building sustainable main event talent for the next generation. While Punk's return in late 2023 brought a surge of excitement and publicity, the veteran argues that making him champion would send the wrong message to both fans and the locker room. It would suggest that WWE still leans on its past rather than investing in its present and future. One of the biggest issues highlighted by this wrestling veteran is the momentum of other top names currently competing for the same spotlight. Superstars like Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and even Damian Priest have all contributed to the revitalization of WWE's in-ring product. Each of them represents a different era of WWE's evolution. Rollins, the workhorse champion; McIntyre, the resilient powerhouse who carried the company through the pandemic; Gunther, the dominant technician; and Priest, the rising modern star bridging eras. By inserting CM Punk as champion, WWE could inadvertently halt that creative momentum and overshadow those who've been carrying the brand during Punk's absence. Furthermore, the veteran emphasizes that Punk's story works better when he is chasing the championship, not holding it. Much of CM Punk's mystique and appeal have historically come from his role as an outsider fighting against the system, rebelling against authority, and forcing the audience to care through his words and actions. Making him champion too soon would erase that underdog aura and turn his storyline into a predictable, short-term ratings play. The veteran believes the money lies in the journey, not the destination, in seeing Punk overcome his demons, silencing critics, and earning that championship in a truly climactic moment, rather than being handed it to headline one big show. Another major point the veteran raises is the question of locker room stability. Punk's history with backstage issues, whether fair or exaggerated, continues to follow him. Since returning to WWE, Punk has done everything to show he's changed, but the locker room remains cautious. Making him champion right now, before fully proving he can maintain the professionalism over the long haul, could create unnecessary tension behind the scenes. A veteran presence noted that championship reigns should reward consistency, commitment, and leadership, not just popularity or name recognition. The title holder represents the company both inside and outside the ring, and some believe WWE would be taking too big of a risk placing that responsibility on Punk this soon. There's also the matter of creative depth. Punk's rivalries in WWE since his return have mostly been about re-establishing his identity rather than defining new eras. His ongoing feuds have been compelling, but they've also been steeped in nostalgia, references to his past with The Shield, his departure from the company, and his clashes with authority figures. The veteran analyst believes that a world title reign would only amplify that backward-looking narrative, rather than pushing the story forward. In contrast, keeping Punk in a top non-title storyline allows WWE to explore his evolution as a performer while letting other stars handle the weight of championship feuds. From a booking standpoint, another crucial argument centers on timing. WWE's calendar is packed with major events leading into Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. The veteran insists that saving Punk's first championship chase for one of those landmark shows would create far more impact than doing it now. Winning at Saturday night's main event might grab short-term attention, but a well-built pursuit culminating at WrestleMania 41 could deliver a story that defines his second WWE run. Punk's career thrives on long-term storytelling. His 2011 Pipe Bomb era proved that patience and layered storytelling create legendary moments. Prematurely giving him the title now risks burning through that potential too quickly. The veteran also pointed out how Punk's character arc should involve more struggle before reaching the top. Fans love CM Punk because he represents defiance, imperfection, and authenticity. Seeing him face adversity, rebuild trust, and climb the ranks adds emotional weight to his eventual championship moment. If he wins too early, WWE deprives fans of that journey, and once he's champion, the narrative options narrow. Who challenges him? Who can believably take the belt away? Without proper build-up, the reign could feel flat, especially if it becomes centered solely on Punk's legacy instead of the current roster's dynamics. On the business side, while Punk undoubtedly moves merchandise and boosts ratings, championships shouldn't be used as marketing tools. The veteran underlines that the World Heavyweight Championship should represent wrestling excellence and storytelling quality, not just commercial draw. The current title scene has been built on work rate and credibility, thanks largely to competitors like Rollins and Gunther. Handing it to Punk now could undermine that foundation, especially if fans perceive the move as corporate favoritism or nostalgia-driven booking. Finally, there's the matter of legacy. CM Punk's career has been defined by rebellion against the system and fighting for respect in a business that often overlooked him. The veteran feels that crowning him champion now would blur that legacy instead of reinforcing it. Punk doesn't need a championship to validate his comeback. His mere presence already proves his influence. The ultimate payoff for his return should be a meaningful, hard-earned victory after months or even a year of storytelling, rather than an early coronation. In essence, the veteran's perspective isn't anti-Punk. It's pro-storytelling, pro-long-term vision, and pro-WWE growth. Punk's chase for the title, his clashes with management, and his tension with other top stars can carry WWE programming for months, leading to a crescendo at a major event where his victory feels earned, emotional, and unforgettable. Until then, keeping him in the hunt rather than on top maintains the intrigue and gives other stars space to shine. CM Punk's return has reignited fan passion and brought energy back to WWE programming, but as the veteran explained, patience will make his eventual championship moment far more powerful. Winning the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event might make headlines, but waiting could make history.